What is going on, everybody? It's Dictator Shadow here. Today's episode of the full Dremel guide, we will be getting towers there, and there. We're gonna head to those two islands today, so get a boat ready, and I'll meet you at spawn. Since we went to Hell Crags, I have all the stuff I need now to get the iron boots, so here's the recipe for them. To get to the first tower today, there's a river right next to spawn. Get your boat, and just go north as far as you can. Get out and just keep going north, and pretty soon you will find another body of water. The lake we were just at is in the distance. There's just a couple woods and our next body of water. And there's a cool hill up here with a ladder and a campsite with some pretty low tier loot. And anyways, you're gonna head down into this body of water now, get your boat. Once you've headed up north that river, you cannot really miss it. It's right in front of you. This is the next tower. And there's a pirate ship here, and this is full of actual enemies. So let's take him out real quick. Once the pirates have been plundered, head your way up on the tower. The Gulf of Drehmal. 75% network linkage achieved. Terminus permissions updated for all linked personnel. Administrative chamber access granted. Ooh, good, perfect. I didn't know we were that close today, but administrative chamber access means this button here. So if we click it, it opens on up. If you clicked it before, it just says you were locked. And yeah, in here, there's a bunch of cool stuff. We have the AV System Exchange Unit, which is a really high-value trader. Can get a lot of good stuff for expensive, but it's really useful stuff like Tridents, XP bottles, Bad Omen 5. I think that makes villages cheaper. Yeah, cool stuff in here. Crafting table, ender chest. That thing, which is the spoilers. We'll see more about that later. And then this room in here, and when you click it, it doesn't do anything. You can press that button once you have every tower in the game. And speaking of our last few towers, the Island of Dawn and Island of Dusk is where we are going to today. And the Dremel Gulf Tower is there, and it is in the green section of the terminus. Now I should mention really fast that if you were to do it from the Marajewel River, you can get there a little bit quicker if you want, but either way, head to the coordinates on screen now. There is a lot of boating required to get there, so just head on over there, and I'll meet you at our first island. And we're here, and you saw in the time lapse that I had two dolphins follow me almost the entire journey, but unfortunately I have to leave them behind. I think we're gonna name them Ben and Jerry. I don't know why, I never even eat that ice cream. I just thought it would be a good name for dolphins. Anyways, welcome to the Island of Dawn. This is a mushroom island, and so is the other one. Well, Mooshroom, I guess it's actually called. And those coordinates that are on screen now and were on screen earlier, those are for the tower. So grab that real quick, and then I'll point out some of the more interesting areas around here. Anyways, this is the tower for the Island of Dawn. And the Island of Dawn is a pretty cool area. It's very mysticky. The grass is purple in case you haven't noticed. And there's this really cool mountain here that totally doesn't matter. Anyways, I said I wanted to show some of the more interesting sections. So just south here of the tower, there's this big furnace. And inside this big furnace, there's a chest, and the chest contains stuff. Pretty much all the chest loot on both of these islands is based around potion brewing and enchanting, so it's kind of a more magic-based area than the rest of the map. Anyways, both islands today have a lot of fun stuff to explore, a lot of chests that are around in places, and I recommend you find them all, but since I don't do a lot of enchanting, I'm just going to ignore most of it, or get it off camera. If you remember from the Terminus map, and it starts loading in the distance, the island of Dusk is immediately west of here, so just go on over there. Yeet. And on the island of Dusk, I forgot my bed, but since this is also a mushroom island, we really don't have to worry. Mobs don't spawn on here. And you may notice rather quickly that the island of Dusk is very steep and it has a lot of mountains, and you can go from sea level to build limit very fast. As I'm heading to the next area, I just wanted to note, I think this is like the first time it's rained in the playthrough. Every time I've played Drehmal, it's like never rained for some reason. Anyways, at negative 1790, negative 3805, you will see an entrance to an area, and this contains our next legendary weapon. Anyways, just follow the slabs to get on down there. It is at the very bottom of this pit, but be warned, there is a silverfish infestation.
You know what happens to a silverfish when it's struck by lightning? The same thing that happens to everything else.
So yeah, you know, just make your way down there, close off the levers to where they spawn. And down here at the bottom, these guys are super annoying. This is our next thing, and it looks suspicious. Oh gosh. And it looks suspiciously like Calamity for some reason. The Crystal Digging Claw is a shovel. It's not really meant for combat, but it can be used for that if you want. And it's a pretty strong shovel. Anyways, cross the annoyingly steep mountain range and head to those coordinates on screen, and we will get to our next tower. And here it is. This is a parkour tower, which means it's one of my favorites. But it is kind of hard to do it with a lot of speed, actually. Let's see how fast I can go before I mess up. It's hard to do parkour when you run really fast, right? And when you're lagging because of the rain. Well, I just died, and look what lovely place I'm back at. You see that, everyone? That's why you don't come to Hellcrags during the day. Anyways, after literally dying, going to hell, and coming back, I've reached the point in the episode where I'm gonna meme, so let's throw in some manhunt music while this parkour is going on to make it look like I'm better than I am. Oh, and wow, would you look at that? Right in the middle of my speed run, there's a bell. You all know what that means. Please ring the bell below and subscribe to my channel and ring the bell to get notified when I upload future videos. Thank you guys so much. And Island of Dusk. On these two islands, there are a lot of secret chests that you can find to get a whole bunch of good loot for potions and enchanting and all that, and I will probably do a bunch of that off camera, but that is all the time I have for today, because, you know, I do this whole thing in regions, and this is our region today, was the ocean and the islands. That is all the time I have for today. Click the episode on screen right now to go check out more of my content. I release a new episode of this series every 3 days, so if this video is 3 days old, it's on screen right now. Go check it out, and I'll see you there. And like and subscribe. Have a good one.